Baseball on Mad Dog 2001 channel is on its way very shortly. The MLB Network and the Mad Dog 2001 channel will bring you the Cardinals and the Phillies because of this marquee matchup. Madison Bumgarner making his second start of the year against, right now, the favorite of the National League Cy Young, Jason Hammel, who is 10-1 with a 1.67 ERA. 91 innings pitched, and only given up 74 hits. And if you look at the whip, he's averaging less than a base runner per inning. I'm Dan Stevens with Johnny Peralta, and we got a great game here in store. Well, that's right, Dan. Well, here's Ben Revere as he'll step in. The first pitch by Hammel, and that one's inside for a ball. Jason Hammel, who's had a surprise year, is coming back from a head fracture from the 2016 season. There's a base hit up the middle. Correct that. 2017 season. And Ben Revere has himself a leadoff single. If you're thinking fantasy alert, Jason Hammel will now sit at -1. Here is Alan Winkler. When you look at Jason Hammel, you don't think, well, this guy can win a Cy Young. That's not the first thing that comes to your mind. You look at him and you're like, this guy could be a solid 3 or 4 starter in your rotation. Well, the Cardinals brought him in, gave him a chance at another spot, at the number 5 spot, as we see Ben Revere steal a base on Michael McHenry. Van Buren is out of the lineup today. That's Michael McHenry doing the catching. Here's the pitch by Winkler, and there's a fly ball lifted into right. Dahman under it, makes the catch, and the runner will advance to third. 1 away. If you're Dahman, you got to take a shot at third base there. You have a real strong throwing arm, and if we take a look at the Philadelphia lineup, George Springer, who was with the Cardinals last year via a trade, wasn't even given an option to come back. He signs with the Phillies. Here's the pitch by Hammel, and there's a base hit up the middle, or base hit through the gap, and Philly leads 1-0. Well, the Phillies struck first in all 3 games in the series so far. Game 1, they struck in the first inning. Game 2, also in the first inning. The Cardinals took a pretty big lead. The Phillies came back, where the Cardinals would eventually win it into the 9th inning. Here's the pitch, and that one's outside. Jason Hammel does work fast, and when that curveball is locked on, he's trying to steal another base. The throw to second, not in time, and that's a second stolen base on Jason Hammel. Not paid attention to the runners. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one is outside. Ball 2. Feel like the strike zone is freezing a little bit.
That's ball 3.
Well, yeah, when you get the strike zone down pretty low, you're really worried about, now you have to, what's the next pitch you're going to throw? As we see a walk, and there'll be runners at first and second with 1 away. So Jason Hammel in a little bit of a bind here in this marquee matchup. Well, here's Justin Turner, and he's greeted with a first pitch strike, and that's more like it. Well, yeah, Jason's a competitor. I know from playing with him last year for the limited, and there's a wild pitch. Now Hammel with the wild pitch, and an outside ball there. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and missed. The 2-2 on its way. Fly ball to right. Dahman makes the catch. The throw to the plate. Not in time. And the Phillies take a 2-0 lead here in the first inning. That'll bring up Luis Ferguson as he'll step in and take his cacks. And he'll take a first pitch curveball right down Broadway for a strike. And Hammel has opened up every at-bat with that changeup. And that's going to make it 3-0 as another base hit to left. So Hamill struggling quite a bit here in the first frame. And that'll bring up Bobby Snowden. Snowden's hitting 260. And a 3-0 game. First inning. The pitch, and that one's in the dirt ball. Well, the Cardinals will have to play catch-up in this game. Here's the pitch. Another pitch in the dirt. And Michael McHenry shows off the arm to no avail. Well, yeah, that's all you got there? All right, that one's in the dirt. And we got ourselves a 3-0 count here to Snowden. The pitch. And that one's right down the middle for strike one. The 23rd pitch to Snowden. Ground ball, and that gets through David Freese's glove. And again, the Phillies got something going in this inning. It seems like this inning will never end. A base hit right through David Freese. Well, if you're David, you got to make that play. That's a play that's right in your wheelhouse. I understand that you're playing kind of out of position, but you're a Major League Baseball player, and you got to make that play. Strike called on Winkler. If you just tuned in, Madison Bumgarner will be working with a 3-run lead, and Nolan, that was embarrassing. Here's the pitch, and it hit him. Cesar Hernandez is hit, and the bases will be loaded.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 40, Madison.
Oh, that pitch just got away on an 0-2 mistake, and that's exactly what you see there. And sometimes you're just going to have starts and innings that are going to be like that. Well, here's Madison Bumgarner. He's hitting 222, and we all know he can handle the bat pretty well. And we'll do a mound visit here as Lilliquist goes out to calm down his pitcher, telling him that it's only a 3-0 game. Game's not over. It's the first inning, and they just need him to wheel it down a bit. Well, granted, it's not all his fault. He hasn't got much help defensively, but he has walked some guys. There's a fly ball into right. Dahman makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Phillies do damage, scoring 3 times and getting 4 hits on 2 walks. We are going to the bottom half of the first. Phillies lead 3-0. As we take a look at Madison Bumgarner, who started the season on the disabled list, is now recently activated, and he's only got 26 innings of work so far this season. We'll get to see how he does against the St. Louis Cardinals here tonight, the best team in baseball. Here is Danny Santana, and as you see in the month of June, has been lighting it up with that .314 average. Well, he's the perfect leadoff hitter, Dan. Here's the pitch by Matty G. And Santana lifts this one to right into the right fielder's glove for the first out. So Santana's retired on the first pitch. And that'll bring up David Freese. We take a look at the lineup for the Cardinals, and David Freese continuing to hit .375. It's just ridiculous when you look at the stat line. Michael McHenry, who's done another great job, he'll hit 8th, and he's hitting .365. What to really look at is Alex Dahman, and his batting average against left-handed pitching this year is a weird split between that and right-handed. Hitting like .237 against right-handed pitching, and I think .375 against lefties. Here's the pitch to Freese. And there's a base hit through the gap, and the Cardinals have a 1-out single by David Freese. So Freese continues to hit. And there's Mike Trout. Trout's hitting .330, 21 bombs. He has not hit a home run in 10 games. This will be the 11th game since he hit a home run. Here's the pitch. And that one's outside. No game for the Cardinals tomorrow. It'll be a travel day. And we'll be broadcasting here live Wednesday afternoon about 4:35 Central Time. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball fielded by the shortstop. Double play ball perhaps. Trout is just too fast to be doubled up. Well, the guy's just a tremendous athlete. Even even a routine double play ball, you're just not going to get him out off base. Well, here's Big Nap Attack, as he likes to call himself. He's hitting a .322 average, and it just consistently keeps hitting. The pitch, and Trout was taking off a hit and run there. Not a bad time to do a hit and run. Knapp, a really good hitter. Trout, a good base runner. The pitch. And that one's up high.
1-0.
1-1 the count. Freeze is retired. Trout gets his lead, and here's the pitch. That one's also in the dirt. It's 2-1 to Knapp. What the Cardinals want is these two guys to really slug it out. The 2-1. And there's a base hit into left. And Trout's on his way to third, and he's in there. Great base running by Trout not to let up. That was very good base running there as he just kept on going. I think the left fielder just didn't expect Trout to continue going on a routine base hit there. Here's Carlos Gonzalez hitting against the left-hander. Lefty versus lefty. And the first pitch is up high for a ball. Well, it would be great if Carlos Gonzalez, he's homered in 2 straight games, if he could lift one over the fence right here and tie this game up. Well, Jason Hamill would appreciate it. Here's the pitch. And Gonzalez hits that one foul. Carlos Gonzalez signed a 3-year deal, makes about $14 million a year during this contract. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball into right that will drop right into the glove, and the inning is over. So the Cardinals do get 2 hits, but fail to score. We go to the top half of the third, or top half of the second. Phillies lead 3-0. And Ben Revere will start it over again as the Phillies hit through the first 9 of the first inning. The pitch by Hamill is in their first strike. Now, if you're Jason Hamill, you just got to settle down and keep this deficit exactly where it is for the next few innings to give your team a chance to come back. Well, he's the National League leader in runs, he's the National League leader in wins, for a reason. And because of games like this, he keeps the game close, and he pitches deep into the game. As we saw a ground ball, David Freese this time handled it pretty well. Take a look at the defense for the Cardinals, and that outfield is significantly better than it has been in years past, with Trout and Dahman, 2 natural center fielders, playing the outfield, and then Carlos Gonzalez, who's naturally a right fielder, playing left. Here is Alan Winkler as he flew out. He was the first one retired in the top half of the first.
1-0.
Here's the pitch by Hamill, and that one's in the strike zone for a strike. Well, we have ourselves a nice guest. In the top half of the third, we'll talk to Cardinal pitching legend Chris Carpenter as he is willing to donate some of his time and talk to us. Well, I'm actually kind of excited. I won't be able to be here for the interview, but as we see a walk here. And here's George Springer. Chris Carpenter was the postseason leader in wins for the Cardinals. He won 11 games for the Cardinals, more than any pitcher in Cardinal history. This next closest guy, Bob Gibson, Hall of Famer. Strike 3 called on Springer, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Doug Barclay.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, and another close play there as Knapp almost napped him. Here's the pitch. Stolen base attempt, and not in time again. That's the 3rd stolen base off of McHenry and Jason Hamill. Jason Hamill just not doing a good job containing the run game, but that was just a really good jump. So the Phillies are taking advantage of the defense of the Cardinals as Winkler strikes out, and that'll end the inning. We are going to the bottom half of the second. Phillies still lead 3-0. And that'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Arenado's hitting .304, and in this series he's been lighting it up. 4 for 8 with a home run. Hitting .500 in the series. The pitch by Bumgarner, and Nolan puts it on the ground. Fielded by the third baseman over to third, and that's the first out. So Nolan's quickly retired. And that'll bring up Alex Domin. Domin splits. Surprised our team didn't show it, but he murders left-handed pitching. However, Madison Bumgarner is a completely different animal. And Domin hits this one into right. This one has a chance. It's high, it's deep, and it's gone! A solo home run by Alex Domin, and the Cardinals lead, or the Cardinals trail 3-1. Yeah! Sorry, Dad, I was waiting for you to make that call since we started broadcasting, and I gotta say, I like it. Look at this. Alex Domin takes a shot right there, proving that he owns left-handed pitching, and hits a solo home run, injecting some life into this offense in this game. Well, here's Michael McHenry as he'll step in. And here's the pitch. And that one's outside, ball 1. McHenry supports a .365 average, a home run, and 7 driven in. 3-1 is our score. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good fastball there by Bumgarner. Matchup you're expecting. You're expecting maybe a completely low-scoring game, maybe 6 scoreless by both pitchers, and then maybe someone gets to one of them in the 7th. We've already seen a solo homer and a bad inning by Jason Hamill. Something we haven't seen so far this year. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And McHenry got jammed over to third, and the throw is in time as McHenry grounds out. So 2 gone. And the batter will be Jason Hamill. Let's see if he's hitting 200. We'll see if he can help himself out a little bit. Well, here's the pitch. And he swung on and missed on that one. Going back to that home run, as a hitter, when you face against left-handed pitching, what are you looking for? Well, you're looking for maybe something hard that's going to be coming inside on you, because you got a different type of angle. As we see a base hit by Hamill, you see a different type of arm angle, and it's more like it's shooting towards you rather than away from you. When you have to deal with a right-handed slider, you have to think about the pitch sliding to the outside. A lefty doesn't have a pitch that really does that outside, maybe a 2-seamer, but that's really about it, or a screwball, which very few pitchers throw. So it is a little bit easier to spot the ball, but off a pitcher like Madison Bumgarner, it's not going to matter. Here's Santana, and he'll swing and miss on that one.
0-1.
Santana actually has the opposite splits. He murders right-handers and struggles against the left-handers. Weird. Here's the pitch. And Santana hits this down the line, and it's foul. Well, he didn't miss that one by much. Here's the pitch by Bum. And that one's outside, ball 1. If you just tuned in, we saw a solo home run by Alex Domin, which cut this lead to 2. Here's the pitch. And Santana gets jammed, and that'll end the inning. but the Cardinals do get a run back off of this solo home run by Adaman as he hit one to the opposite field and absolutely murdered that pitch. We're back to beautiful St. Louis as we see the arc out there. And a lot of nice things going on in St. Louis this summer. We got Ballpark Village that has been open for the last 3 seasons and draws a pretty good crowd. They play Blues games there, Cardinal games obviously, as we see a swing and miss there. And they're building some hotels over everything else. So you're going to have hotels, some shopping centers, and also the Cardinal Hall of Fame is all part of Ballpark Village. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. We have Chris Carpenter here. And Carp, thanks for joining us. Well, I thought it was extra blah, 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 blah. What? Well, I was just excited to be here. Kind of, I guess. Well, is there anyone in the game today that you actually watch, or do you even watch the games anymore?
No, that's low.
Well, to be quite honest, I don't. I don't really watch much baseball. I spend a lot of time fishing and enjoying retirement. However, I will come back spring training and talk to the young guys and get them going. Spend some time with Kennedy Dahman last year. Try to teach him how to pound hitters inside. And we've seen tremendous results from that. Last year, he got a little tired towards the end of the year, and I'm trying to tell him or show him how to conserve that energy so you have to pitch a full season, because in the minors, you only pitch for a couple of months and your season's over. Major League Baseball, you have 2 extra months to, pitch in. There's a play by Hamill, and fields his position well. 2 gone.
The batter.
Here's Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez.
What about Jason Hamill? Well, I knew about Jason. I never played with him, perhaps. Knew he was young coming up right before I was on my way out. And that's going to be a base hit, and a run is going to score. 4-1 Philadelphia. Here's Madison Bumgarner. Well, I actually matched up against Bumgarner in 2012. And I'll tell you one thing, that playoff game, got lucky that I didn't get matched up against him is what I'm trying to say. He was unhittable in 2012, especially during that postseason run the Giants had. I came back after the shoulder surgery kind of thing I had, and that'll end the inning. And Carp, you gonna stick around for another inning? No. Okay. So with that, we'd like to thank you for joining the booth, and hopefully we'll get to see you again. Go fuck yourself, Dan. That'll bring up David Freese. David Freese is 1 for 1. He's singled back in the first inning. Oh, that was kind of funny, wasn't it? Here's the pitch. And that's one's line foul. Well, Johnny, nice to have you back in the booth. And we get to see a clinic so far in this game.
Inside, ball 1.
Well, we got ourselves a bar burner. Whatever. Here's the 1-1. Ooh, inside, Freese takes it. Let's pause for 10 seconds for station identification. You are watching Cardinal Baseball on the Mad Dog 2001 channel. MADD OGG 2001 St. Louis. And here's the 2-2 pitch. And a base hit up the middle by David Freese, and he's 2 for 2 tonight. As we take a look at team hits by leader so far, as you see, David Freese is right there, 3rd place, right behind Trout and Knapp. And here's Mike Trout. Trout grounded into a fielder's choice last time he was up, and then was stranded at third base. Here's the pitch by Bumgarner, and Trout hits this into the gap, and it is caught. Sensational play by Revere as he robs Mike Trout of a base hit.
First baseman, number 4.
Unbelievable.
Knapp.
Let's see if our replay crew gets one that. Well, no, they're not going to replay it. Here's Justin Knapp. As we see the MVP chant starting. Here's the pitch. And that one's low for a ball. And other updates. Here's the 1-0. There's a ground ball to the third baseman, double play ball. There's one, and they get the back end. A 5-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. So we are going to go to the top half of the fourth as we're done playing 3. Phillies lead 4-1. Here's Ben Revere batting for the third time tonight.
For Philadelphia, center fielder, number
And
8.
against Jason Hamill, who has scuffled a bit in this game. There's a ball hit down the line, and that's going to be a base hit. Great bunt there by Ben Revere, and he's on base again.
First baseman, number
Here's
8.
Alan Winkler,
Alan Winkler.
Nope.
and a ball.
Hey. Safe.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
D-Rod.
Swung on and missed. He went around. A 1-2. Curveball misses. Well, I think he's had quite a good curveball so far here tonight. That one just missed the zone. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, double play ball for the Cardinals. There's one, and they get the back end. 6-4-3 double play,
The right fielder, number 4.
and there's 2 gone.
George Springer.
Here is George Springer. He's 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI, and a run scored. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Jason Hamill scuffling a bit, but he's finding a way to get back on track. Curveball up high, ball or strike called. He just got the top half of the zone. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Springer's down on strikes, and the inning is over. So we're going to the bottom half of the fourth. Phillies still lead 4-1. And here's Carlos Gonzalez as he'll step in. Carlos Gonzalez lined out back in the first inning. Here's the pitch, and swung on and missed. Well, Bumgarner's going to be one of those guys that if he gets a lead, he's going to be almost unbeatable at that point. Swung on and missed by Carlos Gonzalez, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Cargo, and he chased that one out of the zone. Madison Bumgarner hasn't thrown him a strike this entire at-bat, and Cargo just has no idea where the ball is going. And that's strike 3 on the 4th pitch thrown, and Bumgarner owned Carlos Gonzalez in that exchange.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Arenado's hitting .302, 4 home runs, 12 driven in. He was quickly retired back in the 2nd inning. The pitch. And that one's outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. And Arenado flies out. 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Alex.
And here's Dahman. Hit that big home run back in the second inning. Lefty versus righty in the pitch. And Dahman will fly this one out to right field, playable. And the catch is made and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go to the Cardinals. We've played 4 here in St. Louis. Philly leads 4-1. And that'll bring up Bartley. Bartley walked back in the first.
Left fielder, Doug.
And that pitch is outside, ball 1 to lead us off. 70th pitch of the game, and that one goes for a base hit. So if you're Mike Matheny, you got to think about getting someone loose in the pen. Well, you would like to get Hamill through the 5th inning. That's the one thing you kind of want to do. Is there's a double play ball, perhaps. The throw, got him. So that is a 3-6-3 double play.
Shortstop, Louis Ferguson.
3. The shortstop covers the bag and throws back to Knapp. It's 3-6-3 double play. Here's the pitch, and he'll foul that one off. Well, now you got to think about if you get Hamill through this inning, as we see a line drive base hit, that's going to get down for extra bases. And he'll hold up at second base with a 2-out double. Here's Bobby Snowden.
Catcher, Bobby Snowden.
Well, if you can get through this inning, maybe you plug him out there for a 6th inning with somebody loose. Well, I don't think so, Dan. I think that as soon as you get out of this inning, that's it for Hamill, and you go to the bullpen trying to get you back in the game. I think that Hamill got you 5, and you're happy for that. It could be a lot worse. The throw to third, not in time, as he'll steal third easily. And now there's a runner at third. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and foul. Here's the 2-2. Curveball right in front of Hamill. Hamill back to first. Got him. And the inning is over. So Hamill through 5. Had a little bit of a rough day. 4 hits, 9 runs, and a couple of walks. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. McHenry, pinch hitter most likely, and Santana when we come back. And here is Michael McHenry.
Leading off for St. Louis, catcher, Michael McHenry.
Here's the pitch to McHenry. And that's a slider that just misses. Bumgarner pitching into the 5th has been economically sound with only 42 pitches. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball to the second baseman. Playable, and the throw gets him for the out. 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Jason Hamill. Your attention,
Pinch
please.
hitter will be Alexei Ramirez.
For the pitcher, Hamill.
They want to get the righty up there.
Alexei
Cooley will not bat.
Ramirez.
Here's the pitch. And Ramirez fouls that. Alexei Ramirez has had a lot more success here in his recent call-up. Has actually showed a little bit of power with 4 home runs.
Ball 1.
That one just missed.
1-1.
The 1-1. That one got the zone in the same exact location. The 1-2 to Ramirez. And Ramirez, ball will go right to the shortstop covering, and that'll be the second out.
Now batting,
Ferguson, the shortstop. And here's Danny Santana, the Cardinals shortstop. Does have 2 home runs on the year, so showing off and getting buff. Here's the pitch. And Santana lifts this one into center field. Playable for Rivera. He'll make the catch, and the Cardinals are retired in order again. Bumgarner's retired 7 straight. We are going to the 6th inning. Cardinals trail 4-1. And here comes Day-Day Lazoo. Day-Day Lazoo had 2 strikeouts in his debut and hasn't pitched since. He made his debut on Saturday, I want to say, or made his debut on Friday.
Leading off for the Phillies.
Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. The 0-1. Strike 2 called. Day-Day Lazoo was actually spending time as a closer in AAA Memphis all this year and has had some success.
2 strikes.
With the injury to Jesse Roberts, that made a spot for him to be called up. There's a ground ball to Nolan Arenado. Over to first, 1 away. Well, Day-Day is only going to be pretty much a 1-inning pitcher. And they would like him towards the back end of the rotation is the goal. Maybe as the future closer in mind. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Arenado to first. Got him. 2 gone. As Bumgarner grounds out. That answers that question if he stays in the game.
2, Ben Revere.
Here's Ben Revere. He's got 2 singles in the game. The pitch by Day-Day. And that one's inside for a ball. The pitch. Strike called. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball fielded by Santana over to first. And a perfect 1-2-3 inning for Day-Day. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies still lead 4-1.
Leading off for the Cardinals. Second baseman, David Freese.
Sam Freeman getting warm in the pen for the Cardinals. The pitch. Swung on and missed by Freese. Here's the pitch. Freese got fooled again. Here's the 0-2. Inside, and Freese did not like that location. David Freese already has 2 hits off Baum. And here's the pitch. And Freese lifts this one into right. This one's high and deep. Playable for Springer, as he'll make the catch for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 27.
And here's Trout. He's 0 for 2. Trout has been okay over the last week. However, hitting .285 during that span with absolutely no power.
Nope, that's a ball.
A couple of doubles. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. These are 2 of the game's best players, Madison Bumgarner and Mike Trout. Chess match, perhaps. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. The count's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Trout. And that one's low. And we'll do it again, 2-2. Two of the game's best. One Hall of Famer to another. And that one is low. And the count's now full. Full count. Something must happen here. Here's the pitch to Trout. And Trout lifts this one into right. And Bumgarner is 3 for 3 against Trout.
First baseman,
Here's Knapp. Knapp's 1 for 2. And we'll probably swing for the fences here. Here's the pitch. And he'll pop it up. Actually, that ball carried a lot further than I thought it would. And he can't make the play. He'll go back to second. And Knapp's got himself a... That's an error. That's an E. So Knapp will stand at second base. And here's Carlos Gonzalez. So lucked out a bit. You gotta have luck. Here's the pitch by Cargo. Oh God, here's the pitch by Baumgartner, and Cargo swings and misses. Last time Carlos Gonzalez still looked like he didn't belong on the same field. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed again. And I just don't think he has much of a chance of hitting Baumgartner today. He just doesn't look right. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. Baumgartner's pitch count still very good, but the Cardinals are making him work a little bit in this inning. Here's the 1-2. That one's outside. It's 2-2. Knapp the runner at second. Gonzalez the batter. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Carlos Gonzalez is down on strikes for the second time tonight. Well, we've played 6. Philly leads 4-1. And we're back after the break as a new pitcher has stepped in. And Sam Freeman. Sam Freeman is 3-2 with a 2.17 ERA. He was phenomenal last year as the setup man. And this year, kind of in the same spot, hammers left-handers, as he'll get a lefty to start it off. Strike called.
0-1's the count.
Sam Freeman has a real high-velocity fastball that he mixes well with his change and his two-seamer. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down on strikes, one away. Here's George Springer.
George Springer.
Ground ball, and Knapp with a nice stab will step on first, and there's the second out. So Cardinals playing better defense in this game than they've had before.
Left fielder, Doug Bartley.
And here's Bartley. It seems like the Phillies' offense has slowed down since the bullpens come in. Here's the 0-1, and that one's low. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball into center field. This one has a chance, and it's way back, and it is gone. A solo home run, and the Phillies are up 5-1. First home run of the afternoon for Philadelphia. And there's Justin Turner.
Now batting.
Nope.
Strike. Should have been a strike called.
Turner.
1-0. That one missed. And now it's 2-0.
Well, that's off the plate.
And nowhere near on 4 pitches. And Turner works a 2-out walk.
Now batting.
Here's Luis Ferguson. He'll step in. The pitch to Ferguson, and he'll hit that one foul. Well, you're going to have games like this. Well, that's right. We had a lot of them in my first season here, where you just didn't really know if the bats were going to show up, if pitching was going to show up. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and hit. Knapp makes the play, and the inning's over. Good play by Knapp to track that one down. But this home run by Bartley makes it a 5-1 game. Time to stretch. Now we're back after the break. Nolan Arenado
Leading
will
off
step
for the
in
Cardinals.
at
Third
$2.99.
baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's the pitch. And Arenado lifts this one into right field. Springer makes the play, 1 away.
Right fielder number 16,
Here's Dahman
Alex Damon.
hitting .271. As we see the Quackenbush getting warm. Here's the pitch. That one's low.
1-0.
7th inning. Philly leads 5-1. Here's the pitch.
Hey.
That one's in there for a strike this time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's 1-1. Well, I feel like this game is just cruising.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Dahman, who handles against lefties extremely well. Bumgarner handles everyone extremely well. And Dahman will rip this. This will get down for extra bases, and that's going to be a double. So good day for Alex Dahman. He's on his way to third. Not in time. And that's a big, big hit to inject some life back into this offense.
Catcher.
Dahman just goes the other way and just crushes that one right into the gap. And he has a home run and a triple in this game. Here's Michael McHenry. Here's the pitch. And McHenry takes high. You're not exactly expecting a squeeze play here, but anything's possible. Here's the pitch. And there's a base hit up the middle, and the Cardinals crack back in the lead. Or crack back to the lead. Crack into the lead. 5-2.
Now batting. Pitcher. Catch your attention,
The pinch
please.
hitter will be Jim Prescott.
For the Cardinals, number 15, Jim Prescott.
As McHenry is the runner at first. Here's the pitch. And good into left. This ball is off the wall. And bad base running as nothing happens there. If you're McHenry, you got to be at least third base on that. Well, you got to be there. That's just poor base running and just not getting in the lineup. And a good hit there by Prescott. But unfortunately, he'll be standing at first base after that. That's it for Bumgarner. The manager's deciding to take him out. And this is kind of questionable, too.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Well, the
for
new batter is going to be Hector
number
Neris.
15, Hector Neris.
Neris. And he's got a 6.7 ERA. Here's Danny Santana. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1,
Now,
no strike.
do you think about maybe a bunt player, a bunt for a hit? No, Dan, you're down by too many runs to really start thinking about that. You don't have a lot of outs left. You have 8 outs to score 3 runs, and this is a time to attack. Here's the 2-1 to Santana. That one misses, and it's 3-1.
Yep, 3-1.
David Freese on deck. David Freese, who has 2 hits in this game already. The pitch. And Santana lines that foul and counts now full. Full count to Danny Santana. The pitch. And that's a fly ball into center field. And bad base running again by McHenry as he took off too early and had to get back to the bag. Well, again, that's a play where you know he should be standing at third base. And he would have scored there if he would have been on third base from the other play. Here's David Freese. The pitch to Freese. Just puts it on the ground and it doesn't get through, and that will end the inning. Freese chased one in the dirt. Turner made a great play. Well, we've played 7 here in St. Louis. Philly leads 5-2.
Your attention, please.
Well, that'll bring in the Quackenbush. As you look, he's dominating right-handers, he's dominating left-handers, and he's just plain dominating. Here's Bobby Snowden.
Leading off for the Phillies.
Well, the Quackenbush has found something new in his form, and he has been relentless on hitters. The Cardinals have loved every moment of Quackenbush, and they like his name too. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2, and fouled off. Well, Quackenbush actually, you would think if as he strikes out Snowden, that'll bring up Hernandez.
Second baseman. Cesar.
Fly ball under right. Dahman under it. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Your attention, please.
And that'll bring up David Lowe.
Philadelphia, number 9.
And the pitch by Quackenbush in there for a strike. Well, the one thing the Cardinals have done this year is they kept Quackenbush fairly fresh by not pitching him a ton of innings. They're just using him when they can use him, and they're only using him in 1-inning spots.
The count is 1 and 2.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Long is down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. So a great inning by Quackenbush as he strikes out 2. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Philly leads 5-2.
Your attention, please.
As Justin D. Fratis will step in
Number 30.
and will pitch to Mike Trout. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
Leading off for St. Louis. Center fielder, Mike.
Chris Fountain getting warm in the pen. Here's the pitch to Trout, and Trout lifts this one into right. The first baseman chasing it will make the catch, and that's out number 1.
First baseman, number
Here's
4.
Knapp.
Justin.
He had a single so far in this game. He did reach second base on an error, though. The pitch. Outside ball 1. The interesting about baseball than other sports is the air stat, because it'll give you, if you look at the stat line, you can stand at any base you want and not actually get credit that you're standing there. The only thing you get credit for is if you score a run. So let's just say Knapp in the stat line stands at second base on an error. Well, actually, it's like he was never there to begin with. Well, yeah, it's very interesting because you take a game like football and Knapp strikes out for out number 2. You take a game like football, and if a pass is tipped, or a pass is, you throw a pass in the air and it gets tipped by your own player, or say your wide receiver drops it, fly ball lifted into left, and the play is not made again. That is the second error. And Carlos Gonzalez will be out on another bad base running. We go to the top half of the 9th. Philly leads 5-2.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
In comes Chris Fountain.
Ben Revere. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cardinals.
Well, back to what we were talking about you were saying, Peralta. Well, yeah, you take a look at the game of football, for example, and let's just say you throw a perfect pass, it bounces off your receiver's hands, and then goes to the other team. It's still called an interception. It is just unreal because you as the quarterback, it didn't do anything wrong, but it still counts against your stats. Now in baseball, you could hit the ball, it could be dropped by the center fielder, you could touch all 4 bases, and the only thing you'll get credit for is the run. In football, what they should do, the only thing they should credit you on that is a pass attempt, if you really think about it. Something to think about between other sports. And that's a great play tracked down by Dahman. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Dahman on his tail makes that catch. Here's Springer. Oof. Here's the 1-0. And that's a strike. So you would say that they should introduce a stat for quarterbacks to cut down the interception stat. Well, yeah, especially because I play fantasy football, and I'll be watching games, and my quarterback says Andrew Luck, or my quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger. They'll get a bull crap, and that's a walk to Springer. I'll get a crap interception because my own lineman touches the ball, or my the receiver drops it, or whatever. So yeah, definitely, at least for the game of fantasy football, something they should think about. Al Johnny, at least you care about that. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball, Santana across the diamond, and that should end the inning, and it does. Well, last chance for romance for the Cardinals. They trail by 3. Arenado, Dahman, and McHenry when we come back.
Your attention, please.
Here's Hector Rondon as he tries to get his 15th save of the year. And Nolan Arenado will step in. Here's the pitch to Nolan, and he'll follow it. He follows it off. Rendon, tough pitcher to hit. And he'll saw his bat in half, and they don't tag him, but they'll throw him out for the first out. And here's Dahman, who's 2 for 3 with a home run, a triple, and an RBI. All of that off Madison Bumgarner. Have a game, why don't you? Here's the pitch. And that one's down for a base hit, maybe extra. Dahman rounds first. He'll head to second. And he'll go back to second base. And Dahman has a home run, a triple, and a double. And if this game goes to extra, he'll just need a single to hit for the cycle. Here's McHenry. So Dahman off to a good start in this game. Here's the pitch. And McHenry takes that one outside. The runner at second is Dahman. Speed there. McHenry is up. The pitch. And that one's off the pitcher's back. McHenry will end up at first base, and now the tying run will come to the plate.
The pitcher, number 19, Chris Fountain.
And the batter will be Roger Cooley, who has pinched hit in 3 games so far in this series. Unfortunately, has not resulted in much. The pitch. Cooley hits it right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. Well, it'll come down to Danny Santana. Runners at the corners. He's 0 for 4 tonight, so he's due. Cardinals would love to get this inning to David Freese. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Let's see how Rondon does after he took that ball to the back. You saw Cooley just drill one just right at somebody. Here's the 1-0. And that one's in the dirt. fouled off. A 1-1 pitch to Santana. Santana hits this one to the gap. Springer makes the catch and the ball game is over. So Bumgarner will be the winner. Hamill the loser. Scores and totals will be available later tonight. And a great game by Madison Bumgarner and a good win by the Philadelphia Phillies. Cardinals failed to sweep Philadelphia in the third game of the series. But still a great series overall. A lot of comeback wins, and for Hamill, that's his second loss of the season. Save goes to Rondon, his 15th. Bumgarner, his second win.
Our final line score
We will
this
show
afternoon.
you the
First for
highlights.
victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 5 runs. 10
Here's
hits,
the highlight reel.
2
This game
errors.
starts off.
They left 8
Springer
men on
ground
base.
ball to a ground ball single for an RBI and
For
put
St.
Philly
Louis,
up 1-0.
2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 runs.
Later in the same inning, Turner hits a sacrifice fly.
The winning pitcher is
Dahman
Madison
makes the catch,
Bumgarner. His
but the
record
throw
is now
not in
2-0.
time, and Philly leads 3-0.
The loss goes to Jason Hamill. He falls to 10-2.
In that same inning, Ferguson lines a single
Time of the ball
for
game.
another
3
RBI,
runs
and
in
the
1
Phillies end the first inning going through the lineup with
A
3
reminder
runs.
that extra postgame
Dahman
Metro
homers
League
in the
trains
second
will be
inning.
available
This
outside
was
the
an
left
absolute
field gates
moonshot,
at the
injected a
Busch
little bit of
Stadium
life
station.
into this
Or
lineup.
up the street
And for
at the
Dahman,
Gates
who has
and
been
Pine
on
Station.
a
Bus
terrible
service on the
stretch
40
as
and
of late,
410X
he
line
needed that.
is located outside the stadium on 7th
Then
and
Hernandez
8th Street.
lined to center
While
for a
service on the
single.
30 and 93 lines
Hernandez
is
advanced to
available on
second.
Broadway and 4th Street.
Then the Trout line out in the third. What's going on? Why is my... Okay, that was weird. Then the Bartley home run to center off Sam Freeman. And that was it. Well, for the show, I'm Dan Stevens along with Johnny Peralta, and we'll be back on Wednesday. Same time.